With D-Day fast approaching and political parties leaving no stone unturned to woo voters, the Election Commission is on high alert. It is going all out to foil the plans of poll code violators. Take a look.
There is just over a week left for the elections. All candidates in Bengaluru beware. The Election Commission has its sources in different departments and is going all out to ensure that no illegal means are employed to woo voters. The Election Commission has booked 19 cases in Bengaluru till April 4th for poll code violation, with 14 cases from Bangalore North Parliamentary constituency alone. This despite the Commission conducting awareness programs where candidates have been told what they can and cannot do.
Model Code of Conduct violation teams are there, MCC teams. We also have police surveillance teams, static surveillance teams, flying squads in place, and over and above the election observers are also keeping a close watch on the day-to-day happenings. Round the clock monitoring is there. We are also following tips from various sources. If any information comes, immediately our people will be there on the spot. They will do the verification. They will leave no stone unturned to detect any kind of bribing the voters or giving inducements to them to vote in favor of a particular party. All those things are in place.
A majority of the cases booked in Bengaluru have been for carrying unaccounted money and distributing saris and food items. A case has also been booked against a candidate for using a child while campaigning. Freebies, liquor and cash being distributed a few days before the elections is common. It will be interesting to see if the initiative of the Election Commission helps crack down on such illegal practices. Harish Upadhyay, News 9, Bengaluru.
They have placed repeated requests before authorities to repair the road, but it hasn't worked, and now the residents have thought of a new plan to address the issue at hand. Well, what is it? Let's find out.
Take a look at this road. How can a vehicle be driven on it? Wondering where it is located? This is a road in front of Confident Hotel on Hosur Main Road. For the last 6 months, the condition of the road has been abysmal, to say the least. Last January, a software engineer lost his life in an accident on this road when he tried to negotiate a pothole. After this incident, residents have placed innumerable requests before the BBMP mayor, but they seem to have fallen on deaf ears. Fed up and frustrated with this callous attitude, residents of the area today held a protest and warned that they would abstain from voting.
ಒಂದು 7-8 ತಿಂಗಳಿಂದ ಇದೆ ಸರ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್, ವೆರಿ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್. ಮಳೆ ಬಂದರೆ ನೀರೆಲ್ಲ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ, ಬಟ್ ಯಾರು ಇದು ಕೇರ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. ಇವಾಗ ಯಾರು ಕೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ರೋಡ್ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೋ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ವೋಟ್ ಹಾಕ್ತೀವಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಹಾಕಲ್ಲ.
Not just the mayor, the residents have even sought the help of the BBMP commissioner. The commissioner said that a BWSSB water line which burst is proving to be a hurdle for them in laying a new road.
ಈ ಚುನಾವಣೆ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಕೆಲಸಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವು ಫಾಸ್ಟಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕಾಗಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಟೇಕ್ ಪರ್ಮಿಷನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಕಮಿಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಇನ್ ಆಲ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಅದರಿಂದ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ವಿಷಯಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸಮಯ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಮುಗಿಯೋ ತನಕ ವೆಯ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಒಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಯಾಕಿದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ BWSSB ಲೀಕೇಜ್ ಇದೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ಪ್ಲಗ್ ಮಾಡೋ ತನಕ ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು ರಸ್ತೆ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ.
All in all, the residents of this area are put to misery. Motorists too have lost their lives, but it seems like the officials are only passing the buck. The big question is, who will bell the cat? Anand Burli, News 9, Bengaluru.
If you are looking to replace the bulky 14 kg gas cylinders at home with an alternative, here is a small solution, but it comes at a hefty price.
What would you do if the LPG cylinder at home is over just before you start cooking for the big dinner later in the day? The agency takes anywhere between 3 to 10 days to deliver the cylinder. Unless you have an induction stove at home, you're in a fix. Well, fret not. 5 kg cylinders are here to save the day. With the aid of the Central Petroleum Department, mini cylinders have come as a boon for many. Available at the Bharat Petrol Pump near Jayadeva and BTM layout, these 5 kg cylinders are sold to customers with valid identification.
ನಾವು ಬ್ಯಾಚುಲರ್ಸು, ನಮಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ರೂಮಲ್ಲಿ 2-3 ಜನ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ನಮ್ಮದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಸಿಲಿಂಡ್ರ್ ಬೇಕಾದರೆ ID ಪ್ರೂಫು, ಲೋಕಲ್ ID ಪ್ರೂಫು ಏನೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇದು ಭಾರತ್ ಪೆಟ್ರೋಲಿಯಮಿಂದ ಇದು 5 kg ಸಿಲಿಂಡರ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನೋ ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ ಪ್ರೂಫ್ ಏನು ಬೇಕಿಲ್ಲ, ಒಂದು ID ಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಸಾಕು. ಅದು ನಾವು 3 ತಿಂಗಳಿಂದ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದಾಯಿತು. ಒಂದು ತಿಂಗಳ ಮೇಲೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ.
It proves highly useful for tourists or youngsters living in the city indefinitely. Unlike the normal 14 kg gas cylinders, these mini cylinders do not require address proof and other similar documents. But this privilege comes at a hefty price. While a 14 kg gas cylinder costs about 1,200 rupees without the government subsidy, its 5-litre counterpart costs 400 rupees more, and the government provides no subsidy to these cylinders. With this comes the cost of regulator, safety papers and cylinder refill, all of which add up to 2,579 rupees. While some have welcomed the small portable gas cylinders, its cost has come as a shock to many. The idea was first pitched in November last year, and after months of planning, it is finally being implemented to help the common man. The Bharat petrol pump near Jayadeva flyover has sold more than 800 mini gas cylinders so far. They have reportedly catered to youngsters and tourists more than families.
ನಾರ್ತ್ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕೇರಳಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಬಂದು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಸೇಲ್ ಆಗ್ತಿರೋದಂದ್ರೆ ಅವರೇನೆ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಬಂದು ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇನ್ನೂ ಒಂದು ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅಡ್ವಾಂಟೇಜ್ಗೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ, ಟೂರಿಸ್ಟ್ಗೆ ಅವರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಬಂದು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು. ಇಬ್ಬರು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇಬ್ಬರಿಗೆ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿಗೆ ಬಂದರೆ ನಾವು ಮನೆಗೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು ಲೆಕ್ಕ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಇದ್ಕೊಂಡು ಒಂದು ತಿಂಗಳು 25 to 30 days ಬರುತ್ತೆ.
While many have stated that this is a good idea, the hefty price you have to pay for a small cylinder has left some preferring the ones provided by the agency at subsidized rates. Anand Burli for News 9, Bengaluru.
Well, thousands of crores are spent on Bengaluru Metro Rail Corporation's ambitious Namma Metro project. It was believed that the metro service would help lakhs of people commuting from one place to another. But has it flattered to deceive?
Metro service has no alternate power supply. Metro train stalls if power fails. On Sunday, people travelling by metro trains on Reach 3 had a terrible time. Most of the commuters had boarded the train with families to have a jolly ride to enjoy weekend. Their joy met an abrupt end as power supply to the metro stations failed and trains were stopped on the tracks. Luckily for the commuters, all the 6 trains were stalled close to different stations from Pina to Malleshwaram on Reach 3. Operators of trains could bring the trains to stations and commuters alighted safely. The unpleasant development has shocked residents of Bengaluru. The 10-kilometer stretch between Pina and Malleshwaram consumes a whopping 30,000 megawatts of power every day. The power plant in Shiravati is supplying power directly to Metro Reach 3. There was some glitch in the supply on Sunday at 3 p.m. which resulted in trains being stalled. BMRCL has no alternative power source. BMRCL gets its power supply from Huda and BEL for its Reach 1 between MG Road and Bayyapanahalli. Incidents of power failure are a rarity, claim officials. But if the train does stop midway between stations, it would leave commuters stranded. Traffic experts opine that metro officials should be more cautious and responsible about commuter safety.
Power supply from Bescom, there was some interruption, and because of that the trains stopped for about 50 minutes. And normally we have got a lot of redundancy built in the system. Now each reach is supplied by 2 substations and both are independent. And normally if the first substation trips, the other substation automatically takes over. Unfortunately yesterday the second substation also tripped along with the first one, and that is why this problem occurred. The good thing was that our train operators and the station controllers were able to bring all the trains to the platforms, and from there the passengers were evacuated and they went out of the platforms.
This time around the problem was confined to a 10-kilometer stretch. Once all reaches of the metro become operational and the issue crops up again, lakhs of commuters will be in trouble. It is the prerogative of BMRCL to prioritize the safety of commuters. Pavitra for News 9, Bengaluru.
The Queen's Road bus stop presents a nightmare for BMTC commuters. A BMTC official attended to the problem, but the solution seems only temporary.
This is the CSI bus stop on Queen's Road. It is one of the busiest roads in the city as buses from several destinations go to Shivaji Nagar, KR Market and Kempegowda bus terminals through this road. But the buses stop in the middle of the road. Commuters, after alighting from the bus, stand on the divider to cross the road. They literally have to do a balancing act as vehicles pass in the opposite direction as well. For women with children and the elderly, it is a huge challenge to get to the other side of the road. About a year ago, a woman had come under the wheels of a bus, but drivers and conductors have not learnt a lesson after the incident.
ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಹತ್ತಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ತುಂಬ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಮೆಜೆಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಬಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ವೆಯ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಆ ಕಡೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಓಡೋಗಿ ಹತ್ತಬೇಕು, ಮತ್ತು ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬಸ್ಗಳು ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ತುಂಬ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹತ್ತಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಇಳಿಯೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ತುಂಬಾ ಇಳಿಯೋದಕ್ಕೂ ಕಷ್ಟನೇ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಳಿದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಈ ಕಡೆಗಳ ಬಸ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ, ಅವಾಗ ತುಂಬಾ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಒಬ್ಬರು ಯಾರೋ ತಿರೋಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಬಟ್ ಐ ಡಿ ನೋ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಇಟ್. ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ. ಬಟ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಯಿತು ಇಲ್ಲಿ.
The Department of Transport has erected a divider to ease the movement of vehicles. This divider is right across the CSI bus stop and only a few buses come towards the bus stop. Most of them stop beyond this divider, as you can see now. Drivers and conductors have no patience to wait to stop at the bus stand. A BMTC official said that this was a violation. He deputed traffic controllers to the spot to monitor proper movement of buses.
Yes, it has already come to our notice that buses are not going into the bus bay. Some buses, not all, some buses are not going into the bus bay. We already taken action. The stop in question will come under the jurisdiction of Shivajinagar bus station. We have instructed the assistant traffic manager, Shivajinagar bus station, to depute 2 traffic controllers for a week in both the shifts to divert all the vehicle to go through this bus bay. And also we have sent Sarthi today to monitor for 2-3 days to bring awareness among our conductors and drivers to take the buses to the bus bay.
Department controllers were sent to the spot today. Will they do that every day? Can a permanent solution be found for the BMTC commuters' woes? Pavitra for News9, Bengaluru.
Complaints regarding bad roads and disappearing footpaths in Bengaluru are nothing new. Well, we show you how the lives of thousands who use the majestic bus stand are in danger due to a similar reason.
Thousands of people use the central bus stand in Majestic every single day. While there are decent arrangements for buses to enter and exit the premises, pedestrians sadly have no such privilege. They brave the chaotic traffic from outside and from broken barricades to unending road dividers. They go through many hurdles to reach platforms at Kempegowda bus stand. The dividers are shut off with barricades for about 700 meters on the busy road. While you can walk around it, many prefer to worm their way through the broken dividers to get across, all this because the government has left them with no easier alternative. Not only does this hamper the free flow of traffic on the main road, but also puts the pedestrians' lives at risk.
ತುಂಬ ಡೇಂಜರ್ ಈ ಸೈಡು. ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದಾರಲ್ಲ, ಇದ್ರೂ ಯಾರು ಏನು ಕೇಳಲ್ಲ. ಜನಗಳು ಹಾಗೆ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಎಗರುಬಿಟ್ಟೆ ಹೋಯ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ ಓಪನ್ ಇದೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ನುಗ್ಗಿ ಹೋಯ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಇಲ್ಲ ಒಂದೆರಡು ಕಡೆ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ ಒಂದು ಸೈಡ್ ಆದರೂ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಓಡಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಜಾಗ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದರೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಗ್ಯಾಪ್ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡೋದಾದ್ರೂ ಬಿಡಬೇಕು. ಆಗ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಜನಗಳು ಓಡಾಡ್ತಾರೆ.
With hundreds of buses entering and leaving the bus stand every hour, the pedestrians are left to the mercy of the bus drivers. They are forced to be extra cautious because even the traffic policemen posted to regulate the traffic are not enough to protect all the pedestrians. Many have stated that a signal needs to be put in place in order to regulate the traffic flow and provide the pedestrians with alternative arrangements to cross the road safely. But will it be done is the question. Maltesh, News9, Bengaluru.